Welcome back. The battle for Tampa between those pesky Gasparilla Pirates and the city is officially underway. The Pirates of Ye Mystic crew of Gasparilla, they stormed into downtown Tampa Tuesday, demanding Mayor Jane Castor surrender the key to the city. This is a tradition, of course, that dates back more than a century as the Pirates prepare for their massive invasion this Saturday. And they applauded Tampa, which has expertly navigated a pandemic, hurricanes, and unprecedented growth, they said. So they just want the key to take over and celebrate. But as is customary, the mayor not in a giving mood. She refused to hand over control of the city.
You gnarly pirates! First of all, I'm a we will never surrender! Oh my God! Back, you gnarly pirates!
A little disappointing that the mayor did not surrender. I mean, it's only been the 121st time they haven't surrendered, so we kind of expected it.
Yeah, the city never goes down without a fight. That just sets the stage for Saturday when the Pirates will be successful in getting that key, according to sources. They will then celebrate with a big parade, which kicks off at 2 p.m., and that is when 500,000 people are expected to gather and celebrate with those Pirates. Maybe even more this year, thanks to hockey fans coming into town for the Stadium Series at Ray J on Sunday, which will be historic in its own right. Okay, we know we are well protected on the beaches of Manatee County. The Manatee County Beach Patrol was named the 2025 Beach Patrol of the Year by the Florida Beach Patrol Chiefs Association. The association said Manatee County Beach Patrol consistently demonstrates excellence on the job. They located more than 200 missing people, most of them kids, and they reunited them with their loved ones. Their division chief noted just how proud he was of their efforts during the county commission meeting on Tuesday.
They responded to 300 water rescues on our waterways and our beaches. Every time they do a water rescue, they put their lives on the line. Every time they enter that water, they put their life on the line for the citizens that use our beaches.
This was not the first time they won the award. They also received it in 2017. Wrapping it up here at 5, Laura and Walter are next at 6.
You're watching Fox 13's Good Day Tampa Bay.
Right ahead at 6, a young boy killed, a mother charged with murder. The latest update on this tragic case.
And new details on a deadly ICE shooting in Minneapolis, including the number of agents who opened fire.
Plus a warning from the nation's top doctors, severe complications after undergoing general anesthesia. Why there's one common link between the cases. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 6 o'clock hour of Good Day Tampa Bay. Walter Allen in for Russell Rose.
And I'm Laura Moody. Good morning, everybody. It's a Wednesday. It's January 28th. Elisa's going to have a check of traffic coming up in just a minute. But first, Dave Osterberg in the forecast. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Quick question for you two.
Yes, sir.
Did you either of you have any ice on your windshield this morning?
No.
No, it's just me. Okay.
Just freezing cold.
It is, no, you're right, and that it is freezing cold in many locations, but some of us are going to have to deal with a little bit of that frost and a little bit of ice on your windshield this morning. It's 30 degrees in Crystal River, actually above freezing now. Good for you, Brooksville. Barely, though. 34, 35 in Wesley Chapel. Same for Brandon, 39 in Bartow. You see the 40 in Tampa, but it is colder than that. That's at the airport, remember that. And you throw in about a 10 to 14 mile per hour wind, and that just gives you that little biting wind chill this morning. So it feels like 29 in Brandon, 31 in Lakeland, and 26 the feels like temperature in Brooksville. Mostly sunny and cool today. We have a couple of clouds mixed in this morning, but high temperatures mainly in the upper 50s, although you do see a few lower 60s kind of mixing in later today. Okay?
All right, Dave, thank you. If you are heading out, we did have that incident out there on I-4. This was eastbound just near the Notasasa Road. That is all cleared. This ramp was blocked, cleared, and things moving along now. 75 just north of the South Apex. That's a fine ride for you here. A couple of other problems, though, out there for you. Down to Sarasota at Clark Road. We do have a crash there. And then all the way over to Pinellas County, we did have a crash on Bryan Dairy Road. That's cleared, no incidents there. 75 to and from Big Bend Road looks good. 301 and 41 as well. And your toll routes, your Vets, your Selman, your Polk Parkway, not causing you any issues right now. Here's your Howard Franklin. That's all smooth sailing. And your Courtney Campbell Causeway, too. Laura?
All right, Elise, thank you. We've got an update now on how the winter weather is affecting flight plans across the country. It is still a big issue nationwide. 750 flights are already canceled today, another 700 delayed. In Tampa, about 20 flights have already been canceled for today. We checked with TIA, 11 delayed. 6:03 now into a developing and very disturbing story out of St. Petersburg. Police are investigating the stabbing death of a 4-year-old boy, and we've just learned his mother is now charged with his murder. Police tell us the boy's 16-year-old sister came home from school yesterday to find the horrific scene. Her brother Finley was stabbed in a bedroom. She also found her mother, Diana Cullum, suffering from knife wounds. The mom was taken to the hospital and overnight charged with first-degree murder. Investigators say the knife and a note were found at the scene. They didn't say what exactly was in the note, but they believe that the mom wrote it. Police still don't know about her mental health history. To a Health Watch this morning, a warning from the nation's leading doctors about surgeries with general anesthesia.
They say your genetic ancestry could greatly increase your risk, but the rise in immigration crackdowns is complicating the message. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan is live now to explain. This kind of scary stuff here, Kelly.
It is, and this is an emerging issue. So right now, doctors across the world are trying to gather more information about past incidents so that they can see whether or not this issue was at play. And of course, they want to prevent future tragedies. Doctors, meanwhile, tell me that there are safe alternatives for patients who do have Venezuelan ancestry if they've confirmed with a genetic link to this, because they can genetically test patients, or if there's just a suspected link there, there are safe alternatives. But of course, they need that trust with those out there who know about their family history and can actually raise the red flag to their doctors about a suspected link.
Somewhat understandable for those folks who don't want to divulge that information, but very important. Kelly Cowan live for us this morning. We'll talk to you later on. Thanks. 6:07 the time. In Manatee County, a former deputy is found guilty of aggravated animal cruelty. Prosecutors say 22-year-old Daniel Kujawa repeatedly punched his dog, all captured on Ring camera. The crime happened in 2024 at a home in Apollo Beach. Now, the trial only lasted a day. Kujawa's girlfriend testified about the attack. A forensic examiner said there were signs of long-term abuse. Kujawa was quickly sentenced, 270 days in jail, 36 months probation, 50 hours community service. He was also ordered for a mental health evaluation. It must be added to the Hillsborough Animal Abuse Registry. As for Rex, the dog, he's now at a loving home. So, Ed, who would shoot the symbol of America?
The latest on a bald eagle targeted out west. And if you can't drive down the street, just ski it. How people up north are getting creative to deal with all that serious snowfall. Hey, Dave.
Wow, that's an interesting video. 59, that's about it for today in the Tampa area. Maybe some lower 60s inland, but keep the jackets handy. We're back down around freezing for many, especially inland tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow, back to the mid-60s.
Fox 13 Sky Tower Radar Weather is brought to you by Spa Manufacturers, the only place for quality hot tubs and swim spas at the lowest prices. Just look for the Big Yellow Dock on Almerton Road.
Fox 13's Good Day, the best way to start your day.
Welcome back to Good Day. A somber anniversary today for space travel.
Exactly 40 years ago, when an entire nation witnessed the Space Shuttle Challenger explosion. January 28th, 1986. Shuttle exploded just 73 seconds after liftoff from Cape Canaveral. All 7 crew members were killed. It included Krista McAuliffe, who was selected to become the first school teacher in space. Launch was also shown live at schools all across the country. Disaster forced NASA to pause the space program for 32 months while they improved astronaut safety.
In Colorado, America's national bird targeted in an attack. Authorities believe that a bald eagle was shot after finding a ball bearing in its wings. Happened in North Glen, just north of Denver. A bystander saw the eagle struggling and called authorities. Thankfully, it's expected to recover, but police are still looking for the gunman. Injuring a bald eagle is considered a federal crime. You could face a year in prison and a $100,000 fine.
Another stunning sight from the winter weather up north. This bear decided to do some high-speed skiing in the middle of the street. The moment was captured in Providence, Rhode Island. Skiers were pulled down the snow-covered street by a car. Not the safest of stunts, but
pretty quick.
Must have four-wheel drive. So thinking about the cold snap that's happening now, what happened to Challenger, because remember how cold it was that morning. Yeah. It's right around that time is when we sometimes dip into the freezing temperatures.
And, you know, we're going to recover by Friday, and it's going to feel great just to go right back to this again over the weekend, especially on Sunday. Sunday morning around here is going to be very, very cold because we're going to have a lot of wind. Okay. So, you know, Sunday morning you might be looking at wind chills in the teens. which is very rare around here. So if you need me, I'll be inside.
Yeah. I think we all will.
Yeah, it's the same thing I do when the heat index is 125. I just stay inside. It's just simple. So anyway, freeze warnings continue. All those counties shaded in purple. And tomorrow morning, the freeze warnings are right back again, with the exception of interior Manatee and interior Sarasota. Everybody else back under a freeze warning if you're under it this morning, and areas under a cold weather advisory, you're back at it again tomorrow morning as well. Upper 30s around Palm Harbor. I've got West Chase at 39, New Tampa's at 35, 37 in Land O'Lakes, 34 in Brooksville. Below freezing in Crystal River this morning. Boy, you've really caught the brunt of this, Crystal River. You've been below freezing so many times so far. 41 in Bradenton, 38 though in Lakewood Ranch, and notice we're below freezing in Wauchula and Arcadia. It's throwing a little bit of wind. Winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour along the coast, a little less inland, but enough that we've got wind chills in the 20s this morning for Brooksville, Brandon. Arcadia feels like 26 degrees. I think at this point, we kind of know we just have to really, really bundle up. And today will be a struggle, just like yesterday, just to make it back mainly into the upper 50s for the Tampa area. And we'll have a couple of spots inland in the lower 60s. And it's all about the wind direction. With the wind draining in from the north, just keeps bringing the cold air, keeps bringing the cold air. Over the next couple of days, our winds are going to shift. And by Friday, our winds are going to be out of the southwest. And that's going to really pump in mild air by Friday afternoon. Today, though, a lot of upper 50s with a couple of spots in the lower 60s inland. Then tonight into tomorrow morning, right back at it again with the 30s and wind chills in the 20s for many. So on Friday, we hit the upper 60s, and you're going to feel nice. You're like, this is more like it, even though that's still technically below normal. Then on Saturday morning, we got a front coming through. It's going to bring a little line of rain with it. That's not the biggest deal, but behind it, the winds shift. Low pressure is going to develop off the eastern seaboard. And depending upon how strong this low gets is really just how much cold air gets pulled, remember, counterclockwise flow, all the way back down into Florida again. But indications are that the freezing temperatures are going to go all the way down close to Miami at this time, with some 20s and mid-20s in Orlando and Polk County. And that's going to be a significant problem, not only for homeowners, but of course for the farmers and the agriculture interests as well in Central Florida. So this little cool snap coming by on Saturday night, Sunday night, probably the coldest of the year. And I'm hoping it's the last one, because it does look like by the middle of next week, we start to warm it back up again. So hang in there. 59 for you today. The chill continues tonight, back down into the 30s. With some wind chills in the 20s again. And then for tomorrow, a little bit milder, more sunshine with a high temperature in the mid-60s or so. Unfortunately, boaters, are still a little choppy on the coastal waters. We'll go 68 on Friday. That's going to be like a picnic for you. Then that 55 drops into the 40s on Gasparilla afternoon, just to wake up to just about everybody around freezing Sunday morning.
All right, Dave, thank you. Taking you out to the roads right now, here's a live look at 275 at Bush Boulevard. You can see some southbound volume building just a bit there, but a good go for you overall. 75 at Big Bend Road, that's also moving along well. A couple of problems out there, though, down to Sarasota. We do have an incident on Clark Road. There's a crash there. And then heading on up to I-4, you can see some slow taps on the brakes from your Polk Parkway into Dover. Then it's a good go the rest of the way for you. Your Polk Major's in decent shape here, not causing you too much of a problem. And your Tampa Major's smooth sailing right now. Well, switching gears because it's Wednesday, so that means it's time for another peek inside the Great Rides garage. And this hour's ride is definitely a Hang 10, a 1966 VW Pacifico Beer bus. It comes to us from Tom and Pam in Palm Harbor. This is a pretty rare ride. Only about 20 of them were restored to promote the Mexican beer brand. It was hand-painted in Seattle back in 2008. Gorgeous shot there. Tom and Pam have owned it since 2013. It's since won a ton of awards, and it's a member of the local Volks group, community group. Thank you, Tom and Pam, for sending this in, and we sure do love that great ride. And more great rides are coming up at 8. Plus, if you have a great ride you want to show off, send it to us. Send your photos and information to WTVT Great Rides at Fox.com, and you can see your ride right here on Good Day. And please include info so we can talk about it. Walter and Laura.
All right, Elise, thank you. Coming up next in Hot Clicks, a new Super Bowl ad that will have all of America singing along.
And a lesson in how not to snow to. How one police officer learned that the hard way. We'll be right back.
Fox 13 helps you make every day a good day.
Welcome back. It's 6:24. It's time to see what's clicking on the web. Looky.
Hey, David.
That's 2 days in a row, mind you.
You do it all.
You know why? Because there's no one else. But I'll take it, though. First up this morning, police in Kentucky have been very busy during that wicked winter storm, but thankfully they had time to take a break to enjoy all that snow.
Ham touching ham.
Touching ham.
All right, Dave, thank you. Let's stay with us. Coming up ahead in the next half hour, making it easier to find your lost pets.
The app created by one local county to help simplify the search. Plus, it might not feel like it, but spring break is actually right around the corner. How Tampa International is getting ready for it to start today.
You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
Welcome back, everybody. 6:30. I'm Walter Allen at Barroso Road.
And I'm Laura Moody. Good morning, everybody. Our top stories are coming up in just a minute. But first, another check of the Wednesday forecast from Dave Osterberg.
I was just looking at Northport this morning. Come on, Northport. 26 degrees
That's
in
crazy.
Northport. Yet it's 34 in Brooksville, 30 degrees in Crystal River. I've got Brandon at 34, and I know it technically says 40 in Tampa, but it's colder in the Tampa area. That's right at the airport for you. Throwing a little bit of wind, those numbers do drop a little bit from there. I see 20s for Brandon and Arcadia. I got 26 in Brooksville for the wind chill and 31 degrees the wind chill in Lakeland. Today, a couple of clouds will mix in, but it's just general a nice day, but it will still be a struggle getting back into the upper 50s for the Tampa area. So you got freeze warnings continuing inland and north, the cold weather advisories. We will get to the upper 60s by Friday, and we'll get all excited, Elise, just for us to go right back down again on Saturday. We'll have those details in a few minutes.
All right, Dave, thank you. 6:31 is our time, and if you are heading out, some volume out there on I-4 right now. This is westbound near the Notasassa Road. And then, looks like that camera's going crazy. 275 at Howard's going to slow you down as well with some volume there. Heading on down to Sarasota, where we're still seeing that crash on Clark Road. This is eastbound. And then as you continue down 75 northbound, there is some debris on the roadway at exit 191. All the way out to your Polk majors, moving along really well here, no problems. Pasco County majors are in good shape. And here's a look at your Big Bay bridges. Your Howard Franklin, no issue there. Courtney Campbell Causeway moving along, starting to see that sunrise. Your Gandy Bridge and your Sunshine Skyway Bridge in good shape. Walter and Laura?
All right, Elise, thank you. New this morning, a new high-tech way to help find lost pets.
Yeah, but this doesn't involve a microchip. This is a new online database. Fox 13's Heather Healy joins us now to explain how it works.
Hey, good morning to you guys. Now, if you have ever lost a pet, that first thing that happens, your heart sinks, and then you go into full panic mode. What are you going to do? Well, Manatee County Animal Welfare, they've created a website with the goal to have you reconnected with your fur baby as quickly as possible. And you zoom in on that pin where that icon is, and it'll literally pinpoint that exact location of that animal, where that animal was lost or found. It also has an icon, so it'll show again what type of animal that was. That's what I think it's pretty cool, is show cat, dog, bird, rabbit, whatever you got. And if you would like to see how it works yourself, head over to mymanatee.org, search lost and found or lost and found pets. So very, very great tool, and it is getting a lot of traction as well. So hopefully you're reunited with your fur baby.
It has to be a terrible feeling. All right. Heather Healy, live for us this morning. Heather, thank you.
You bet.
Polk County School Board approved a plan to rezone the district's high schools. All 16 schools will be readjusted. School officials say some schools are overcrowded because of population growth over the last decade. Others are under-enrolled. The change balances enrollment and maximizes resources. School district says they will not require students currently enrolled to switch schools. They're also developing a policy to address siblings aimed at keeping families in the same schools. Rezoning Polk's middle and elementary schools will be considered next.
Today in Clearwater, remembering the worst peacetime disaster in Coast Guard history. It happened exactly 46 years ago. Back on January 28, 1980, the Coast Guard cutter Blackthorn collided with an oil tanker near the old Sunshine Skyway Bridge. The crash was blamed on a miscommunication between the navigators of the two ships. 23 people on the cutter died. Later this morning, a ceremony and a wreath laying will take place at the Blackthorn Memorial Site in St. Pete. The memorial lists the names of all of those service members who lost their lives. The Blackthorn ship would never sail again after that, but it lives on in a new way. Back in 1981, it was towed 20 miles offshore to be used as an artificial reef.
All right, still ahead this hour, a dangerous TikTok prank turns deadly.
And why one Florida teenager is now facing serious charges.
And ahead at 7, more people use sleep trackers to keep track of their Z's. But do you know how to interpret the data? A look at how to decode your sleep later at 7.
Oh, welcome back, everyone. If you are heading out, here's a look in Pinellas County, 275 at 22nd Avenue North, moving along just fine for you there. And then 275 at Jefferson Street, that's also in good shape, with a really pretty sunrise starting. Now to the rest of the roads where we do have some problems out in Sarasota. We do have this issue here on Clark Road. That's slowing you down. And then over to Hillsborough Avenue at Kelly Road, a crash there too. I-4, you can see some of those slowdowns from Plant City into about McIntosh Road. Then a pretty decent ride for you the rest of the way. 75 southbound through the Notasassa, that's going to slow you down. But your Pasco County majors in pretty decent shape. And taking a look down at some of that debris on the roadway on 75 through Northport, that's going to slow you down at exit 191. But those Tampa majors moving along well, 275 picking up some volume. And now it's time to check in with Mr. Charlie Belcher in Charlie's World. Hey, Charlie.
Good day to you, Elise. I believe someone had a birthday yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday,
yes,
belated
sir.
One day.
Thank you. Thank you. 40.
Wow. Look at you reaching a new decade.
Right? Milestones.
Look at you saying it loud and proud on TV. Good for you.
It is what it is, you know? What are you going to do?
You know what? It is what it is.
I'm grateful.
Yes. Well, you look great. Good for you.
Thank you,
You
my
make
darling.
40 look good. So welcome to your 40s.
Thank you.
I think you'll enjoy your 40s. And from what I remember, I enjoyed my 40s. So you'll enjoy yours. Enjoy.
Love it.
It is the 28th of January. It is 1/28/26. And we're going to talk a little Lego, Elise, because Lego has a very significant thing that happened on this date. So the Lego group began out of the workshop of one Ole Kirk Christensen, who was a carpenter in Denmark, who began making wooden toys in 1932. In 1934, he named his company Lego, which means play well in Danish. In 1947, Lego began to make plastic toys, and in 1949, they began producing these little bricks that would connect, and they called them automatic binding bricks.
Oh.
That just rolls off the tongue, right? Kids, would you like to play with your automatic binding bricks? Well, in 1958, the modern design was developed, and on January 28th, 1958, a patent application was filed and history was made. It was filed in Denmark and in other countries around the world. And what's interesting is, Lise, is Lego bricks that were made in 1958, where the patent was registered today, will still lock and connect with the Lego bricks of 2026.
Wow.
It has been the same. And get this, here's something for the math people out there. 6 Lego bricks of 2x4 can be combined 915,103,765 ways.
Wow, that'll keep
Just
you busy.
6 Lego bricks, 2x4. Those are all the different combinations, which is why you can make just about anything out of Lego.
That's right.
Yeah, I like Lego.
Yeah.
Lego's like putting a puzzle together, but for like 3D. I never played with them much when I was a kid, but I enjoy a good Lego time right now in my older age. Once I got my 50s, wait for your 50s for that. You're still having fun in your 40s.
Yeah.
We'll hey, at least I'm going to take you to. There you go. Yeah. Either if you're under 10 or over 50, it's really fun. Michael's on East. This is where we're going to have a good day, Tampa Bay.
Sure do love that, Charlie. Well, we'll check back in with you soon. Dave?
Good.
Some fine dining?
If it makes Charlie feel better.
Yeah.
My daughter is 16, and she's infatuated with Legos.
Oh, okay.
Every birthday, every Christmas, you know that kind of thing. She's done the Titanic. It's like Lego Palooza in our house. But So it's okay, Charlie, because it's good for you. It's good for your mind. It's good for your hands. I love it. 47 degrees. North winds at 14. Oh, that makes it feel like it's in the 30s over in St. Petersburg this morning. The freeze warnings continue, and they continue again tomorrow morning. The only difference in this map for tomorrow morning is we take out interior Manatee, interior Sarasota for the freeze warning. That's it. Everything else is pretty much the same, and you're under a cold weather advisory if you're not under a freeze warning, because we've had wind chills in the 20s for the past few mornings, and we have them again today. Current temperatures, and what sticks out to me is the 25 in Northport for us this morning. My goodness, 30 in Crystal River. Everybody else seems to be above freezing as far as temperatures go. But when you factor in the wind, then it's back down below freezing again. It's 30 in Jacksonville, 25 in Tallahassee, 26 in Panama City, and I've got a wind chill of 26 in Brooksville, 34 in Tampa, and 30 in Orlando. But, okay, so everyone's like, oh, it's so cold. Well, wait, let's go to Columbus, Ohio, where it feels like 17 degrees below zero. Oof, ouch. Even in parts of Missouri, 8 degrees, the feels like temperature. Charleston, West Virginia, 5, that's it. That's what it feels like outside. So yeah, very cold. The eastern 2/3, just this sub-freezing, frigid Arctic pattern, which is going to continue. We're going to briefly warm up at the end of the week just to cool right back down again. Today, a little bit of sunshine. I'm sorry, a lot of sunshine, a little bit of cloud cover mixed in with our sunshine. That's what I meant to say. But the chill continues, meaning we're going to go to the upper 50s for you this afternoon, with some spots inland maybe kind of dotting or touching the lower 60s. By Friday, we're going to be in the upper 60s. Nicest day of the week, as far as I'm concerned, southwest winds. Then on Saturday morning, a line of showers moves through. Behind it, it turns very windy and cold. If you're heading off to the parade this weekend, understand temperatures are going to fall throughout the day, and it'll be in the 40s during the parade, and then we're going to drop it down to below freezing for just about everybody by Sunday morning. Our temperatures really depend upon the strength of this low off the east coast of the country. The stronger this is, the more it really starts to ramp and wrap up, the more cold air it's going to funnel all the way down into our state. So plan on 40s, lower 50s into the 40s for the Gasparilla Parade, and plan on freezing temperatures for everybody early Sunday morning, and that's going to go all the way down into South Florida as well. We're going to have some problems with agriculture as well this weekend. More on that as we get closer. But 59 degrees, the high temperature today. Looks like we'll go back to the lower 60s tomorrow, mid-60s, excuse me, then the upper 60s on Friday, and then we drop the temperatures again. We're talking Sunday and Monday morning, even in Tampa, right around that 32-degree mark. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Another headlines across the state this morning. A big update from Volusia County on a TikTok prank that went horribly wrong. A young boy is now facing criminal charges. We first told you about the story last month. The 14-year-old is accused of kicking open a door at a random home in Deltona. Investigators believe this was part of a viral door-kicking challenge. But right after the door flew open, the boy ran, and the family's dog, Spooky, ran outside. The dog was later hit and killed by a car. The teen is now charged with criminal mischief and burglary.
Why are we doing this? With a kid in the back of this bike. Mr. Johnson, why are we doing this?
So I just put a clutch in it.
Marion County, a super speeder was just busted on a motorcycle going 106 miles per hour. And making matters even worse, he was riding with a kid on the back. Body cam video captured the moment he was pulled over. His excuse? The motorcycle was experiencing mechanical issues and he was testing it out. And another big update from Universal this morning on the future of its theme parks. Universal Studios Japan says it just made a deal with the Pokemon Company to offer some Pokemon experiences, and many of the details are being kept under wraps. But Universal does say that after it debuts in Japan, the experiences will be delivered across the company's global footprint. This new deal suggests that rides, attractions, or even land could be on the table. Stay with us. Still ahead in business, talking about spreading the dough. A popular local bakery just announcing a major expansion. We'll be right back.